This is First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas. What a beautiful day. This is, for me, just about the perfect fall day. Temperatures in the 50s to low 60s across the region. We've got blue sky, sunshine, just a light breeze, so a much different story than our Wednesday and our Thursday when those winds were very strong. By the way, those winds will be back for the weekend, so we're kind of in one of those in-between days where it just feels just about perfect out there. And before I get to the weather, I do want to mention, if you check our Facebook video on our Valley News Live page, just like you're watching here, just below, about half an hour ago, had a very nice interview with Jerry Lewis with Fargo AmVets discussing the Golden Drive Winter Gear fundraiser going on tomorrow from 5 to 7, a big event to help homeless kids in terms of getting that winter clothing, hats, gloves, jackets as well. They have a potluck tomorrow evening, again, 5 to 7. At the Fargo AmVets. Want to check that out, one of the weekend events and one where you can help those kids out in need of help with that winter clothing. We're not quite there yet, so it's good to get out ahead of this because you know those temperatures are going to drop. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and get to our weather forecast as we jump ahead into our weekend. What do we have in store? Well, I mentioned the wind. We do have a first alert weather day, and we'll go ahead and jump into that in just 1 second. But again, you can see that blue sky sunshine out there. We're going to go ahead and now pop the screen up full here so you can get that full image of the blue sky that we have. If you get the opportunity to maybe head outdoors this afternoon for a quick walk or run, even if it's just stepping outside of the office for a few minutes, a great opportunity to do that. Now, as we look at our numbers here, 63 Fargo, 61 Grand Forks. You're seeing a lot of low 60s on the map there, a few upper 50s as well in northwest Minnesota. And again, for fall, these numbers are above the norm for this time of year. Not super above here. We're not talking about the 92 we had last Friday, but again, a little above the norm. But with that sunshine and with the light wind, it just feels about perfect out there. Let's go ahead and jump into that first alert weather day. This is for Saturday night, late Saturday night into Sunday. Got several things going on here. First of all, it's going to be windy all weekend long, really starting about midday Saturday. Those winds will pick up out of the south, driving our temperatures up even more so than today. Those winds will continue Saturday night, get even stronger on Sunday ahead of a cold front. Winds will initially be out of the south. By the time we get to Sunday evening, early Monday, those winds will turn out of the northwest, bringing cooler air into the region. So we've got the wind, we've got the potential for a few thunderstorms as we head into Saturday night, early Sunday. We're not expecting severe storms, just general thunderstorms, but that potential, that opportunity is certainly going to be there. And then rain chances as well. We'll kind of break all this down for you here over the next couple of minutes. Now here's what we've got starting 7 a.m. Let's take a look at that forecast as we jump ahead from Saturday through Monday. Now notice we start to see shower chances really mid-afternoon, late afternoon. And again, you can see not a ton of organization there. In other words, it's certainly not going to be an area-wide rain event on Saturday, but we will start to see a few of those showers. Notice we fill in the gaps, especially as we head toward Fargo, Moorhead, areas east and areas south. And you see some of that yellow-orange on the map there indicating we could have not only some moderate to heavy brief showers, but again, a few lightning strikes, a few rumbles of thunder as well. Winds, again, as mentioned, are going to be strong. Now, Sunday morning, we get up, a few scattered showers. Notice that the concentration of rain, generally speaking, is going to be Lakes Country, southern Red River Valley, and then up into northwest Minnesota as well. Not that other areas aren't going to see rain, but highest concentration does come mainly south and east. Then we get to Sunday, another round of showers in the morning hours, hanging on into the afternoon, even into the evening on Sunday, and you can see the concentration, the best chance of seeing rain and the most rain continues to be Red River Valley and areas east, again, northwest Minnesota and Lakes Country. Then we get to Monday, after a showery, potentially stormy, and certainly windy weekend, we go back to nice conditions. So yeah, our Monday's looking good, following a very active weekend. Not that it's going to be a bad weekend. I mentioned on Saturday, really going to take some time before the rain starts to move in. So we look at Saturday afternoon, about 5 o'clock or so. A lot of areas still haven't seen rain. So we're going to take a look at some of our community events coming up, in particular for Saturday. And what you're going to find is, other than the wind, we'll have a few more clouds out there, mostly cloudy tomorrow morning. We're also going to see dry conditions. So if you're tailgating, North Dakota State game, we're looking like we're in pretty good shape. Notice the rain really starts from late Saturday into early Sunday morning. So by the time we get to Sunday morning, much of the region getting at least a few light showers. And then you take a look at the areas there. We're seeing the green color. We're seeing the yellow. By Sunday morning, 1/4 of an inch for some areas, even more. So again, starting Saturday night, early Sunday. Then we jump ahead into Sunday afternoon. Notice those shades of yellow filling in more so in Lakes Country. So again, that's the area we are expecting, along with that continuation in northwest Minnesota. Of those showers taking into Monday morning, by Monday morning the rain should have exited the region here. Maybe a few showers hanging on in our easternmost portions of the area. Getting to Monday afternoon, again, it'll be dry and nice by then. Now we're going to look at the wind. Where we see the area shaded in yellow, that's wind gust of 15 to 30 miles per hour. We get to the orange there, that's more 30 plus miles per hour. So again, as we look at Saturday afternoon, that's when the wind really gets going across much of the region. Saturday night, we continue to see that combination of the 15 to 30 along with those areas of 30 to 45 plus mile per hour winds. Watch what happens as we jump into your Sunday. Area wide, wind gust 30, 35, even 40 plus miles per hour. You take a look at those arrows there. You see the blue, the green arrows shifting from south to north. That's indicating not only that we're going to have a south wind, but those green arrows indicating stronger winds. So be ready for that in addition, again, especially as you get into Minnesota and southern Red River Valley, where we are going to see those best rain chances as well. Sunday afternoon, wind keeps coming. We even have a few areas, Devil's Lake Basin, Sunday afternoon, where we could jump into that red color. You look at the associating color code up at the top there, that key, and you see wind gust potentially 45 plus miles per hour. By the time we get to Monday morning, winds have subsided, and we're also going to see those winds out of the west-northwest. So what's going on this weekend? What is the impact? Boo at the zoo. A lot of fun out there for our Saturday, 11 a.m. 58, so it'll be mild. 64, 66 by 4 p.m. Again, those winds are going to be howling out of the south, so be ready for that. But again, along with that, rain showers should be very minimal, if any at all. How about tailgating tomorrow morning through early afternoon? North Dakota State hosting the Southern Illinois Salukis. Kickoff at 2:30. We've got 9 a.m. about 50 degrees, 61 at noon, 64 2 p.m. And again, those winds start getting stronger during the afternoon, but should be a good morning to tailgate. Just know the closer we get to game time, the winds are going to start to pick up during that time. Finally, we've got the hockey forecast. Yes, of course, the game is indoors, but heading to, we are going to see those conditions out there. And this is actually tonight, and I apologize, tonight at 7:07. So again, with that in mind, we're going to see nice conditions, clear conditions, 62 at 6 p.m., drifting down to about 48 at 9 p.m. So as you enter the arena, there should be very nice conditions. A little cool, definitely want to have that light jacket if nothing else as you head out around about 9:30 tomorrow evening. Let's take a look at our Minnesota fall foliage, or as I say incorrectly often, foliage. We're looking good. Some areas actually past peak at this point, those northernmost areas. So if you do plan on looking at the leaves, a little past peak, still going to be pretty. But again, as you get up toward northwest Minnesota, if you're in Hallock, down to Grand Forks, now you start heading a little farther south. We're in that red, we're in that orange, indicating we're right at the peak there. So again, very nice, kind of the optimum conditions to see those fall colors. As mentioned, it'll be a little windy. We'll get some sunshine, but again, you go earlier in the day, you're going to avoid the rain, and you're also going to have less wind during the morning hours. There are still a few spots there as you head a little farther south where we are still in that yellow, that 25 to 50%, so near peak. Tomorrow afternoon, the wind is out there, I should say, mostly cloudy to overcast skies. We see numbers generally in the low to mid 60s. Those numbers are above the norm by about 5-10 degrees or so across most of the region. For our Saturday afternoon, cloudy conditions, especially as you head farther south and west, as you're looking at areas like Lemoore, Lisbon, Foreman, Ellendale. You're going to generally see cloudy conditions at 5 p.m. Lakes Country, of course, windy, mostly cloudy to overcast. Fargo Planter, 66, windy, a few showers out there. And again, you can see the wind gust, noon, 3 p.m., in the low to mid 30s, so something to plan for, be aware of. Finally, we're going to take a look at our temperature trend here. You can see upper 60s, 68, the actual high in Fargo as we jump into your Saturday afternoon. How about Sunday, 73, but again, that comes with those strong winds, that comes with that chance of rain as well. Cold front moves through late Sunday, early Monday. Now we're back in the 50s, just about the norm for this time of year. That's where we typically would be the average. 55 Monday, 54 on Tuesday, 58 on Wednesday. It does look like we're going to have generally dry conditions, pretty sunny there Monday and Tuesday. A little better chance of showers, I should say, as we jump into the evening hours on Wednesday. So I guess a little bit for everyone over these next few days. If you like really windy conditions, we certainly have that this weekend. If you're looking for a little rainfall, we've got that especially in Lakes Country late Saturday into Sunday. A few thunderstorms in the next week. The sun is back out, and it's generally calm conditions, and it should be very pretty out there. So yeah, hope you have a wonderful afternoon and a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. Enjoy.